just want to talk about goals. It's quite funny where you see some of the trolling stuff that goes on, and you just think, what is wrong with some of these people? But at the same time, I want to talk about the fact that you need to set goals for something. Some of them you'll achieve, but a lot of them, is the whole point is you're dangling a carrot. It's not the fact that you will reach it, but you're going to try and reach it, and that's the important bit, because you don't always have the opportunity to get what you want, but you know, it's a bit like the Rolling Stones. You can't get what you want, but you can get what you need. And like now, I mean, we want that house in Spain, but at the same time, we know we're in a area that's a little bit more expensive than Torrevieja, because it's a busy tourist spot. So the price was a bit higher there, and the route more sustainable. But at the same time, we're happily renting a place anyway. So you know, we want the property, but we don't need it. And that's an important factor. But you've got to set the goals, because that then puts other things into play. It's like now I'm racking my brains on increasing our income by probably an extra 1,000, 2,000 euros a month, at least for the next 2-3 years. And some of the stuff I've done in the past has paid off. You know, at the end of the day, some of the online stuff we did 5-6 years ago is still paying money out now. Doing these YouTube videos, originally an idea, that's still paying out money every month without any, you know, it's not hard work. So there's another income stream that comes in, and that's the important bit, is you end up with these little income streams coming in left, right and centre, and that's what makes this work, you know, because the carrot is what your goal is. Like ours is to get a bigger property and own it, which becomes the driving force for you to reach the goals you want to reach. We've already got our residency now in Spain. The next stage will be pushing for citizenship, and that's the reality here. We're now settled. April's mother, we're still sorting her passport stuff out, but there's already money set aside for a trip into Spain, because I already had a budget for it. I had a budget for us going to the Philippines, so I've now reallocated that for April's mother to come to Spain instead. So there's a lot of stuff goes on, but the thing with goals is it doesn't mean they're fixed in concrete either, because things change over time as well. You know, at the end of the day, this year, lost April's father and I lost my mother. So those sort of things sort of push the criticality of the relationships with other people. That not everybody here is forever. And like with April's mother coming out to Spain, it's going to give her a trip to remember. But once she's done the first one, it'll make it a lot easier to get trips in future, because she's already done the first one. So I want to try and get April's mother out a couple of times a year, every year, except when we go out to the Philippines, and it'll be sort of reversed. But that's the reality, you know. At the end of the day, creating these goals, you start to work out how you're going to do it. It's like now I've got enough money in the bank now to buy the car in the UK, so I'm going to start shopping around for a car. I've got about 6 to 8 weeks left on this contract. I've had 2 other contracts come in, so you know, my work stream's pretty busy. But like I say, I'm trying to move away from the 9 to 5 if I can help it. It doesn't help me, and I'm not a fan of people that are clock watchers. I'm more task-based. Pay me for the job that gets done. Don't pay me for sitting in the office twiddling my thumbs just because you like everybody to be in the office between 9 and 5, which just costs money. You know, at the end of the day, it's not the most productive way to get things out of people. The most productive way is to set the tasks and let them get on with it. yeah, so that's my view on that. So work-wise, task-based, set a window or when it's got to be completed by and what you want. Who cares if they finish 2 weeks early or whatever? They did it ahead of schedule. Give them the money. Anyway, yeah, so the important thing is set yourself some goals. Some of them will be realistic and some of them will be a bit off the page, but at the same time, you're not supposed to reach them all in the first place, because otherwise it's too easy. The whole point is to get you working towards everything. And then you'll find over a period of time you will at least reach 3 or 4 of them, depending what they are. But if you don't set them, you'll never reach them. And that's why we get back to the trolls. The trolls sit there whining. I'm sure the majority of them have never actually done anything beyond complaining. It's very easy to complain. It's very hard to succeed. You know, at the end of the day, you've got to work for success. These are flamingos, by the way, on the right. But you've got to drive it. You've got to get where you want to be. Nobody's going to give it to you. Unless you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth or part of some enterprise that suffers with nepotism, everyone else is going to work for it. The important bit here is realising that you have more potential than you're currently giving yourself. Myself, I've got 7 training courses to do in my spare time to upgrade some of my skills, because I've got some skill gaps which will be useful for work, but more importantly, they're useful for developing new projects that don't require leaving Spain to work. And that's the key element here. It's getting more into the computer programming and setting up systems for facilities management. The problem is that I keep ending up back in facilities management, and I'm thinking, you know what, let's think about this smartly. Although I want to get out of it, what I should be actually doing is sitting there working out how I can do it without needing to go into the office, which comes down to one simple thing: picking up the stuff that is not office based, which is developing the systems which basically you're logging in and managing them, or you remote manage them, you set up your own server house. So that's what we're looking at. I'll know more once I've actually done some of these training courses, because I know where I want to be, but the thing is, knowing if you can do it or not is another thing. It could take me a couple of years to fully understand it, but that's setting the goal and heading for it. Anyway, I'll leave you guys to it. I hope you enjoyed driving across the Salt Lakes. Yeah, it's a nice morning. You can already feel the heat. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning here. But anyway, catch you later, guys. Have a great day.